Hi, everyone, and welcome to this brief interview. I'm talking here today with Elana Spector-Cohen of Tel Aviv University in Israel. Elana, thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure, Shannon.
So I have a couple of questions for you, and I'll
Mhm.
get started with the first one. So first off, as a virtual exchange teacher, what's been the biggest barrier you've encountered as you've tried to organize and run your online exchange?
Okay, well, one of them, which is actually quite relevant in the last few days, is finding a joint platform, an LMS. I prefer a neutral zone, especially if the interface and language, gets also a little bit difficult for students to navigate if they don't know the language on your site. But I also like a neutral platform, and the last one that I've been using, unfortunately, is not allowing new instructors. So that's a very big problem with me. And another one is differences in semester dates and time zones. Sometimes you'd like to have more synchronous meetings within class, and that's not always possible.
That's a good one. I encounter as well quite a lot. All right, so my second question then is, in your opinion, what support would teachers appreciate from their institution's administration, international office, or university management in order to set up and run a virtual exchange?
Okay, first of all, training and help in finding partners, especially if you have institutional partnerships. That's a good way to sort of bring institutions together. My university has quite a few institutional partnerships, so that's very helpful to me. And teachers also need some sort of recognition and even compensation for the time they spend doing the virtual exchanges.
Good, good. Yes, this is definitely a theme we see emerging. All right, so my final question. What support, if any, have you received from your institution that's really benefited you in running a virtual exchange?
Well, actually, that's a very good question because in the past few years, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, we had a restructuring of our university. And what we now have is a vice president for internationalization and international academic cooperation. So you can see how that would be extremely helpful. And this vice president is very interested in virtual exchange, and she's talked to me about it. And then we've also put 3 different units together under the umbrella of the Dean of Innovation in Teaching and Learning. And they're very much pushing initiatives for promoting active digital learning. I just got a very small but nice grant for a joint virtual course. So this restructuring of the university and this pushing for internationalization and bringing technology and active learning into the courses is just absolutely fantastic for me with virtual exchange.
What a great example. All right, Elana, thank you for sharing that. And I appreciate you taking your time out of your busy day to join us.
My pleasure.